Hello everyone. Come sit with me for a second. Come sit with me while I'm sitting here in the window. Look behind me. Shadows. I hope this finds you well, everyone, and that you're feeling good at the moment. And if not, then maybe you're agreeing with your thought stream. One of the most loving things that I have experienced is being detached from the thought stream and recognizing the beauty of what unfolds in front of me and just being aware of everything, being aware of my thoughts that are labeling, being aware of just the here and now, because that seems there's something that is some kind of source that just tells me that's all there is at this moment. There's just this constant now, and it seems very clear. It's very clear. It's like there is no past, no future, because there's these thoughts that are labeled past and future. And if I surrender to those things, since the brain is recording and it's recorded everything, and the programming and the domestication and the sense of I, the sense of the sense of I am this, I am that, I am wonderful, I'm not wonderful, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm all I. This I identification is part of that thought stream, and it seems so egoistic and so ready to accept any of my thoughts. And have you ever walked down the street, and you've been walking down the street and you look at something and it labels something, and then you have a thought about that thought about a thought, and then you have desires to follow those thoughts, and all this happens so automatically that you're not even super aware of. You're not even aware of it, because we've been programmed to believe that we are the voices in our head, and the voices in our head are just lies. It's just simply lies, because it labels everything from what does it label, and how did it become so righteous in what it knew and what it believed, and are we so gullible? We're just almost like computers, like programmers, puppets. We're just following whatever something has been told to us. And it's such a beautiful thing to recognize that perhaps, just perhaps, because there's no knowing of anything, but perhaps there is some kind of source that we all label as God, or we all label as, I don't know, whatever your denomination is, or whatever your preference of spirituality or scientific, or whatever you rely on, to some kind of concept to tell you of who you are, and just so we can be better and so we can be happier, we're all just more or less trying to be happier and happier, when actually, what I've realized is that when I don't follow that thought stream, I'm much happier, and I'm happier because it's my birthright. It's something that is there, and that I just and all of my heart give and share, because what I've realized is that the I identification of who I used to think that I was is all collapsing, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever known, that I never ever had to be that thing, or that I never ever had to be this dream, or that I had to be this or that, and that all sounds also wonderful. And it's very, there's a time in life when you have these positive thoughts, and you want to naively reach your goals, and it's naive because it's just a thought that needs a validation. It needs to be approved. And it most likely is out from everyone and from other people, and for the validation. If you know where I'm getting at, it's just like this thought stream, the thoughts that come and arise and fall. There's nothing that's permanent in all of that, and that's what's so amazing to recognize, and also to be constantly in check. And there's this question. There's this questioning of what is real, what is not real, and none of it is real. I believe that anything in the thought stream is not real. It's just some kind of label. It's it's learned. It's a learned thing, and it judges, and it needs validation. It needs your awareness. But all that part that is aware of this thought stream, that part that is recognized, the voices in your head, are just simply opportunities and potential. And there's less suffering that happens, because there's just this constant awareness of the now. And in that, it just doesn't become lack of anything. It doesn't become the need of anything, and it's really, really so close. And I like to use the word hijack, because I talk about hijack and how you can be hijacked by your own thought stream and make you believe that you're less than or more than, even so. And it's just, I don't know, it's an incredible, phenomenal thing. And I think there's a certain kind of intuition within ourselves that will make us make a decision out of love and acceptance, more so than out of egoistic agendas, or the need, or the necessary need to be more than one is. Because in actual fact, we're all the same. We're all just on the same level. Our hearts are the same. We come from different cultures and different programmings. That's what's so interesting. With all my travels and throughout my life, I've just been traveling. I've been traveling my whole life, and I meet so many different cultures. I've been all over the world, and I've never been to South America, but I've been to all the continents, I think, and I believe everyone teaches me so much about myself, and I learn by facing certain kind of maybe fears of traveling, of not appearing right in another culture, or not being the right whatever label I give myself. It's such a beautiful day, beautiful time when you recognize and realize to let go of the thought stream, and it's much more difficult than one thinks. Definitely is. And what happens is that, ironically, what you're searching for, this happiness, this constant state of joy, is a possibility. I really believe it is a possibility. By recognizing for the suffering that arises, I guess one gets really, really tired of it. You know what I mean? And everything is kind of functional. Like in my experience, everything's pretty much functional. I'm function. I get up. I do my life is always. I've always been motivated by, inspired by right action, or action to make action, and that seems to happen all by itself. And it just so everything for me, basically everything flows. And I never was really like one of really super deep depression. I've had definitely challenges in my life that created this kind of fear, even more perpetuated for certain fears. And if I reached everything, or if I achieved or whatever, there's always a sense of failure and success that always seems to be there. And I wondered, very, very curious about that thought stream that relate to these polarized things. And then I woke up to the fact that maybe none of this is true, and that I don't have to relate to it, and that I am pure positive energy. It's like pure positive energy that takes myself from here to there, and I have the ability to recognize the thought stream that take me and make me feel less than, and then I can grow. Well, I'm growing anyway. So at one point, identifying where that head is so huge seems to be. I know nothing, but it seems to be part of waking up to the identity of that is the falsehood of that construct of what has been created, and to create it for you to believe that you are. And it seems I don't know, it's pointing towards a more divine plan of how you can be more consistently happy and not be miserable at all about anything. There's a possibility within all that, and there's so much joy to be had, and there's so much this letting go of the need to be anywhere. And from what I experience in my life, there's this constant flow of opportunity and possibilities that come to me, and I surrender to the surrender to the folding of my life, and that's what I share with you. Because let go, let it flow. It's less effortless. It's everything opposite of what I've learned. But I'm unlearning everything, and I find so much bliss in myself, and and these little upsets that I have, this energy passes through me, and I have no relationship to any construct or concept in my head of how it's supposed to be otherwise than what it is. And what is happening, and there's so much joy in that, and it's just so much pleasure. And with whatever ever seems to be interpreted by my mind, it just seems to constantly give me a judgment about what is. But behind all that is aware of the judgments of what is that is happening, I feel complete 100% joy most of the time. And that's by letting go and not believing in anything that arises. It's so opposite of what we've learned. But unlearning is such a possibility, and perhaps even behind any of that, we are nothing. We are no thing. And what a wonderful day that you don't have to be nothing. Oh, it's so liberating. So liberating enough for me to sit here and share with you and to wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day of unlearning and letting go and being the full, beautiful potential that you are. Just completely, absolutely, 100% who you are. And that is no thing. And that's just really weird, right? It's just like you're not anything. Oh, what a glorious day to not have to be anything. Let go and let life unfold naturally how it is. I'm so excited about whatever will come and go, and what will come next, and who I will meet, and how much I can share my joy of life with, and I can share, and I can be okay with everything as it unfolds and life presents itself in a more mysterious, magical way than me trying to figure it all out, me trying to have a plan. Maybe this resonates. And if you watch this far, it probably resonates in some way or in form or fashion. All right, have a beautiful day. Look at my face in the shadow. The shadow. It's not even real. Oh, love you so much. Thank you for watching.